What up, pimps? It's Stevie back from a bit of a extended absence here. I haven't dropped a vid in about 4 days or so now. I was out of town Friday, but um, you know your boy's gonna be back. You know he's always coming back. This market ain't getting me down. Oh no, 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 no. I ain't getting down on anything here. Um, but yeah, we had a rough one today. Not like rough for me, but rough in the grand market because we just we got more chop, more chop, more chop, more chop. So look at this. This is SPY on the hourly chart. Look at this. Look, like we are still in this range from 416 to 407. We have continuously chopped through that. And what happened Thursday? So Thursday was a great day. Majorly green. Everything went straight up. Of course, I wasn't trading it. I was busy with other outside things, personal things. Fuck me. Of course, I missed Thursday. Um, Thursday was just nuts. We just went straight up all day. It was beautiful. Opened red candle, straight up 7 beautiful big green candles. And then what do we get on Friday? Fat major gap down, a huge gap down, huge sell off. But oh no, it wasn't. This wasn't just a friggin' normal sell off kind of day. Oh no, we gap down, we sell off, we come up. Look at the wicks on these candles. I mean, my God, this is the 5-minute chart. Look at the wicks on these candles. We're going up $2 in a 5-minute span, and it's just wicking up, wicking down, wicking up. We come down. Oh, look at this. Big green. Holy shit. Whoa. Buyers are coming in. Grab a call. Right back down. Just untradeable conditions. Absolutely disgusting. Untradeable for me. Scalpers, I mean, this is a scalper's dream. If you're jumping in for a 50-cent move on SPX, then this is enough to make some decent money, but that's not me. I'm not that guy. You're not that guy. I mean, like this is just ridiculous. It's like we get a breakout to the upside, it hits this level, and just immediate downside. Like, what is causing that? Like, what happened? How does that happen? It rips up and then just immediate sell-off right here, just right at 10 o'clock. Just flip the switch and straight back down. It's literally just a trap for, I mean, every side is getting trapped. It's unreal. And then what do we get today? Oh my gosh, same exact thing. Same exact thing. Oh, and then that's the other thing, is on Thursday we gap down. Of course we gap down. We can't fill the gap to the upside. So what do? Instead of giving traders like me an opportunity to play on that gap fill, what does it do? It opens in the middle of that gap. It opens right here, right in the smack dab middle of that gap. So we rip it open. We come up here. We just barely fill the gap, of course. Then we go sideways, literally sideways for an hour, from 7 till 8. Just nothing. The first hour and a half of the market. I mean, the first half hour went straight up, but not even. It like chopped around. We go up. We chop around for an hour straight, and then what? Just hit the sell button, dump. No, nothing. I mean, like what? Nothing would have told you. Like, there's nothing to see from this. You could have drawn that line and shorted there, I guess. But I mean, that happens a million times a day. Where if you were to short that, it just bounces off that line and goes up. But oh no, right there. I mean, you could have seen it break that level and then short it off of that, but just dumps. We bounce on this level, get a little chop up, dump, and then what do we get? More choppiness. We come up, and then just a hard sell-off, just out of nowhere. Literally, it's like they copied and pasted the game plan from Friday of last week and just like plugged it right in to today. Like, just unreal. A horrible price action. The volume too. The volume is going and it's gone. I mean, this volume, 57 million shares. What? What is it? Is it Christmas Eve? Like, what? That's so little volume. I mean, this is the least amount of volume we've had. Jeez, I can't even find a day that low. Yeah, since like after Christmas, like the day after Christmas, the 27th. I mean, the last like the last like three trading sessions after Christmas every year are always just non-existent volume, and that's the volume we had today. We had as if one of those days where it's like right after Christmas, everyone's still on vacation, no one's even trading. Like that is what we got on SPY. The volume is just it's vanishing. Like the old saying is sell in May and go away, because this typically happens in the market where the summers are just really slow. They're never really that great for stocks. But I thought the volatility at least would kind of keep volume. So I mean, it's not a terrible thing that volume's not going. I mean, I'd rather it go away and we just like get a slow grind up than have high volume selling. So I guess that's a good sign that selling is slowing down. So it's sort of bullish, I guess, because in a bear market you're looking for high volume selling. So when that stops, you might want to see actual volume to the upside. But anyways, I'm just rambling now, but wow, yeah. So and then this is an indicator I've been trying to use. So it's a system that this guy I follow on Twitter, Trader B, Brian Jones. He's a legend. The dude's a nutty day trader. His system it's pretty simple. I mean, it's really the 30-minute chart. You see this red line that's a 50 simple moving average. When it goes below that, you short. When it goes above it, you go long. And that is kind of his system. And these past few days, I mean, look at this. His system is just like, I mean, not his system, but it is a really good way of trading, because you can look at the past movements and you'd see like, oh, bam, right there, went above that red line, go long. Oh, right there, went under, go short. And then you get these big movements. I mean, right here, go long. You get a nice movement to the upside, go short, and then it kind of chopped around. But then if you went long right here where it crossed over and didn't look back, I mean, it didn't cross down back under until SPY climbed, jeez, about 5%. So I mean, there's just perfect examples of a system working. It often acts as a resistance sometimes. Um, See, like right here, it couldn't break that line. Just chop, chop, chop. Finally broke it. Big move up, broke it back down, and then comes up, retest, can't break it. More movement. I mean, it's a solid method. And I'm trying to use it. I'm actually trying to use it. But of course, now that I'm actually trying to use it, look what it's doing. I mean, you cross it, go short. Oh, we're back up above. Go long. Oh, 2 candles later. Nope, we're back down. All right. I'm going to short it here, guys. I'm shorting it here, I swear. Boom, we're back up. All right, go long. So that was Thursday. That would have been a nice move. And then what do we get today? We get cross under. You could have shorted. Then it crosses back above hard. It wicks up hard above it. Bounces back down, and then just, yeah, that was Friday. But then of course we gap up, and that's what you know the market just hot dog shit when it gaps up this hard on Monday for zero reason at all. The only reason it does that is because there's no volume, so they can move it up, so they can give you more chop. I mean, this market is literally designed to destroy options traders, and it is actually doing that. Like, it's so dead right now, it's crazy. So it crosses above it, and then you get one big red candle through it, followed by a big green candle above it, followed by a red candle through it, followed by a green candle back above it, followed by a fully engulfing red candle down through it, and then just chop. Like, what? Look at these half-hour candles, man. What are we doing? This market is just ridiculous. Oh, it's so brutal. All with just no volume, too. So it's really brutal trading conditions. I could still do better, obviously. I'm not just like, I would be doing so good if this market didn't suck. No, I still struggle even when the market is doing ideal movements. But, like, this is only very, very precise scalpers are making money in this market. Like, you have to fucking get those orders in, like, lightning quick and sell them on the frickin', like, the second that anything starts going red, because you just get destroyed instantly. Like, look at this. What even is this? We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles up, followed by 6 bigger red candles down. Just unreal. Just stupid. So stupid. It's like, I've said it. I've been saying it in every video, because I mean, let's look at the daily. Check out this daily chart. This is what SPY's been doing for the daily. So it's been going sideways for 6 days now. Yeah. So at this point, all I really can do is mark out my levels. I mean, now I'm just looking for a breakout out of this channel. Like, otherwise I'm just trading pure chop. So I guess we have a strong support here at 407. And then it looks like resistance is up here right around 416.50 to 417-ish. So I mean, just gonna wait to see if those levels get broken, because otherwise I'm like, what am I doing even bothering trading through this? Like, it's hellish. There's no reason. Let's look at Apple. So Apple had a little conference today. They're talking, they're doing some chatting up, and look what Apple did. It did literally nothing. The volume just ain't there. I mean, an average volume day for Apple is like 90 million shares, but today it's just like, where did everyone go for Apple, man? Look at Microsoft too. Like, what is going on? Look at this volume. No one's trading Microsoft right now? Microsoft? Come on, man. The only stocks that went up today, so we had Amazon, it had its split. And now look at this ugly shooting candle, or a shooting star candle right there. This, or no, what is that called? Long up. It's not a shooting star. No, it might be a shooting star. Whatever. It's an ugly ass candle, but this, I mean, this is what it did today. Amazon was nice, but still, just like huge rip up, complete sell off back down, big old bump, big sell off, just disgusting. So it never went to fill that gap, but Amazon, Google, and Facebook were like the only notably green stocks today. Facebook had some crazy volume right here when Apple didn't say anything at their little conference about cracking down more on Facebook security things, so that was very bullish for Facebook, and then it just like did this ugliness. But as for my actual trades today, I didn't really do a whole lot. I'm upset because a lot of these should have been wins. Like I grab a SPY put here right at 8:40 or 8:17 this morning. So SPY 8:17. What do we get? I mean, I grabbed this put right here, so we're like just chopping up, and this is just a super. Now that I look at it, I can never see these things in actual time, but it just like a super standard bear flag there at that bottom of that sell-off, just consolidating right above this level. So I just bought too early. I should have waited, and it did exactly what you would think it would do. It tapped the 9 EMA, it tapped the 21, big red candle off the 21, wicks above it, and then just big red candle. So that one would have printed big time. Not really big time, but that would have been a nice little put. I ended up taking a loss. It should have been like a $20 gain. That sucks. So that was a $24 loss on that. Then Apple. Oh my God, Apple. So Apple, same thing as the rest of the market. I grab a put because I'm kind of just like, it's looking like the market wants to dump. I was really convinced the market was going to completely dump, and I'm super long right now. So I see Apple do this, and Apple, this is really interesting what Apple's doing. Apple is in a big old bear flag right now. Like this is like a huge bear flag. It's been in this channel right here. It's right in this nice little channel. Big old, it's very steep channel upside. So we get a candle. We get a candle break right here. Although I should have waited because look at what if you'll notice on the 5-minute, a candle never closed below that line. So what do? I grab a put literally like right in the middle of this wick because I didn't wait for confirmation. Then we get the hammer candle. Then we get the chop up, chop up, chop up, chop up. I think I end up, where did I, this is very frustrating. I can already see where I sold. So I ended up selling at 1051. Yep, sold almost at the peak where it then ended up completely dumping, and I wouldn't have made much. I mean, it only came down to right just barely below where I ended up buying that put. It was more so just a hedge if we were, because this was like such a money, like, oh, it's breaking out of a bear flag setup. But I mean, of course, I sold it up here, then it came down. So literally, I bought a put at the bottom, sold it at the top, and then it came like the. It was just like, what is this market gonna do? What's it doing today, man? Can it pick a direction? We've had like 5 directionless days in a row, besides Thursday. But wow, yeah. So took a big L on that. That was a $45 loss. So. Total 49.69, and then I got a $6 gain on a Nasdaq put or call or whatever, which also would have ran because I sold it way too early. So a Nasdaq put or call I bought at 936, and I sold it for like a terrible $6 gain. So Yeah, wow. So, yep, bought it right there. Oh no, wrong day. So this was like a perfect entry on this call. I'm really upset about that. So I just see that we're holding up this level right here, and we have this resistance line that we bounced off of. So grab the call right there, and I think I ended up selling because I was just like so defeated after that first SPY trade. I know, not a good reason to sell. 952. So I mean, it was a small little move up, and then we bounce off this level right here. Come retest that level. I should have seen the retest of that level and hard bounce, huge bounce off of that. Holy moly, it ripped. Should have been like a $40 gain off that, but nope, we sold. So that sucks. But yeah, that was +6. So what? 69 minus 63 on the day. So not terrible. Um, I'm just mad about that Apple. I mean, and if you're gonna hedge yourself, you might as well just hold the hedge, like because it is appearing. I honestly have no idea, but it's nice to have a hedge. I just like having a hedge just in case everything goes bad. But the thing I do is I buy my hedges like way too early. I keep buying my hedges at support instead of buying them at resistance. So that's what I did at Apple. Like I don't wait for the break of support. I do it while it's at support. So you gotta wait for the actual break of support, and now it's gonna retest support here. So that's why I'm pretty bearish for tomorrow on Apple. But also something I noticed was a friggin' huge head and shoulders, baby. My favorite pattern. Got a shoulder there, head there, shoulder there on the NASDAQ. Not great. Not the kind of thing you want to see. It is a really weak shoulder over here. I mean, I could even argue it's more so like there because that wick doesn't really count. But I don't know. It's kind of weak head and shoulder, but it's it's got the neckline like right here where we just held up today, right here on this red line. Yeah, I mean, I honestly have no idea. I can only make an observation off the information I'm given, and when you are given a day like today, you are given no information. Look at this heat map. Like, huh? The only things that went up were the consumer discretionaries, like the advertiser companies, Facebook, Google, Amazon. But like what? J&J minus 0.01% today. Visa up 0.14% today. Like I can't do anything with this. Like what am I supposed to go off of this? This is terrible. Holy moly. It's hot dog water. Uh so I mean, just and like the chart is just it's. I mean, we've just been consolidating, so it's like what can I say when Nasdaq is doing this when it's effectively been chopping in this range for the past 5 years? Just gonna look for the downside break. I mean, if we break this neckline right here at 306, I think we're coming back down, and we got a gap to fill the downside, so it could be a gap fill and go from there. But yeah, what a rough one today. I need to be more disciplined and just like I mean today was really a day I could have just done nothing. Like I could have not traded at all and I wouldn't even be mad that I didn't because I felt like there was just no worthy opportunities. Like it's just my style. You can't and that's the thing is that you can't I feel like if I were to try to trade my like trade a strategy now where I'm like picking up on these tiny little moves and trying to make significant profits on them, that by the time I think I know that I can do that strategy, the market's going to switch back to my old strategy. So that's part of what I talked about in my last video was where the hardest thing is knowing when your strategy is going to work and knowing when it's not going to work and being able to actually stop yourself before you do some real damage and recognize where your strategy is going to fail because um, you just know when this market is just like zero volume, just going sideways, that me being a momentum type trader is I'm just not going to do well. Like it's just not going to happen because I got nothing to go off of. There's no momentum to either side today. I mean, I guess there was some to the downside, but it's just, I mean, it's brutal. Like it should have been a green day, honestly. It should have been, because I was in the right trades, just cut them at the wrong times. But that's just how my brain works, man. Like when I enter a trade and I see it just like chop around or go the exact opposite direction immediately, it's so hard for me to like zoom out and just like try to find where it might stop. But on a day like today, it really couldn't have. I feel like I couldn't have done it. So I guess something to notice on SPY is that it did kind of break its support line here. I don't know. SPY's got an ugly chart today, man. Yeah, I guess you could say it broke a support line there. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird what SPY's been doing, honestly. I mean, it really hasn't done anything like this in my entire time trading. I mean, it did here from early to mid March until it rallied late March, but like, god damn, man. I don't know. I need to wait. This is survival mode. I mean, this is the point where you have to survive, have to save the funds, because the market's always going to come back. It's going to heat back up eventually. It will. So that's just where we're at right now, man. I entered some BABA. I went long on BABA, grabbed shares of BABA. What I'm seeing besides obvious news, so China was cracking down on Didi, the stupid little Chinese Uber. They ended their investigation into them basically and said, all right, you're fine to go. So that was really good for the China stocks. What I like on BABA is that we broke this key level here to the upside and we held it. And what I saw when we broke it, so I was this close to shorting BABA when I saw we broke this line, but I was like, no. I'm gonna wait and see what it does if it retests this level. And sure enough, it did perfectly. So it comes up, retests the level, holds it, comes back down after breaking it, and now that level is now support, and we held it all day. So now I'm just gonna watch and see what it does tomorrow at that level. If we can hold this level, that would be awesome. If not, I am worried because there's a gap fill to the downside. Gap fill. So BABA's one of those companies that's got like the perfect price for hedging myself with puts, though. So I'm not afraid to grab some puts. Like I'd grab puts on BABA anyways if I don't own any. But I think just for short term, well, and long term too. Oh, and China's reopening. That's our key thing. They're letting their citizens out of their houses, so that's always helpful for a Chinese business. That is good to see. So I just like BABA to the upside. Honestly, it's just so oversold. So I think we'll at least get a tap of support up here. I'm looking for a tap of support on this red line. This is like this is a big multi-year fucking support line. Like this is the line that it has been going down all this time. So I'm looking for at least a tap of that. That would be fantastic. And if we got up to that, I mean, we'd be up at like 106. So that's some decent-ish profits. But if we don't break that, then I'm just gonna get out. And I think my stop loss is gonna ultimately be this support line, because if we break that, I'm pretty convinced we're seeing some downside on BABA. But otherwise, I'm just keeping the stop losses tight, man. I don't want to get clowned on too hard on BABA, because I know China can just like have crazy news come out of nowhere and you just get destroyed. So, yeah, that's about all I got for y'all. I rambled for about 23 minutes now. So, yeah, folks, we'll see what tomorrow brings us. Hopefully some actual volume. That'd be great. I mean, we gotta see volume, man. Look at this volume on the NASDAQ. Like, where did it go? What are those? Look at this volume, dude. 51 million shares today on the frickin' NASDAQ. 51 million. What is happening, bro? That is so sad. Look, it was even having more volume back in the glorious days back in November. I mean, I'd rather look at this. It's got like no volume here, but it just went straight up. It was just pure buying. It was beautiful, but man, this is rough. I mean, this is craziness, dude. All right, so that's it. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.